You think emotional detachment means being cold or distant. But what if I told you it's actually one of the most powerful forms of feminine energy? The truth is, the deepest feminine power doesn't come from chasing, fixing, or proving yourself. It comes from calm detachment, emotional control, and silence that speaks louder than words. In this video, you'll discover the feminine power of emotional detachment and the 3 hidden secrets that can change the way men see you, love you, and respond to your presence. Watch carefully, because each secret reveals a layer of quiet strength that most women never tap into. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you miss tomorrow's video at going to build on this topic and take your emotional mastery even further. And if this message resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, and comment feminine power activated below. Now, imagine this. You stop explaining yourself. You stop over-texting. You stop trying to make someone understand your worth. Instead, you sit back, calm, graceful, magnetic. You speak less, observe more. You smile when it feels right, not when you're nervous. That stillness, that quiet strength, is emotional detachment. It's the shift from seeking validation to becoming the validation. The energy changes completely. Suddenly, he's the one wondering what you're thinking. He's the one chasing emotional clarity while you sit comfortably in your peace. That's the first layer of the feminine power of detachment. It flips the dynamic without a single argument. Men are naturally drawn to emotional mystery. When a woman radiates calmness instead of chaos, she activates the deepest instinct in a man's subconscious, the need to earn her attention. This isn't manipulation, it's energy alignment. Emotional detachment isn't about being emotionless. It's about owning your emotions instead of letting them own you. The moment you detach from outcome, your vibration changes. You stop needing, and you start attracting. He feels that shift even if he can't explain it. He starts investing, wondering, leaning in, because he feels safe in your calmness and curious about your silence. But here's what most women don't realize. Detachment is not withdrawal. It's power under control. It's the difference between saying, "I don't care," and silently showing, "I'm not controlled by this." When you embody that energy, you give your feminine side permission to lead from softness instead of fear. And this is exactly where your true magnetism lives. Every time you detach, you tell your energy, "I trust myself. I don't chase. I attract." That vibration shifts your relationships, your communication, even your body language. Your tone becomes softer, yet more commanding. Your eyes say everything without a word. And that's when men start noticing your absence more than they ever valued your presence before. There's something irresistible about a woman who knows how to let go. Because letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means giving space for energy to flow toward you instead of away from you. When you stop forcing things, people naturally lean in to close the gap. Men especially feel this difference. They're biologically wired to pursue what feels slightly out of reach, but emotionally safe. Emotional detachment creates that exact balance, mystery and comfort combined. You become the peace he craves in a world that constantly demands his energy. Here's what happens when you master the feminine power of detachment. You begin to glow differently. You move slower. You speak with purpose. You no longer respond out of fear or anger. You start choosing yourself over chaos. And people sense that confidence without you needing to announce it. You don't chase love, you become loved. You don't chase attention, you embody attention. You're not proving your worth, you're living it. That's the magnetic core of detached feminine energy. Let's take a deeper look into what happens energetically. When you're emotionally attached to an outcome, his text, his approval, his actions, you're telling your subconscious mind that you're lacking something. That lack creates resistance. But detachment tells your subconscious, "I already have what I need." And that calm, confident energy becomes attractive. Because people, especially men, are drawn to stability. When you show emotional control, it signals high value. It says, "I'm centered no matter what happens." That's intoxicating energy. Have you ever noticed how men chase peace more than drama as they mature? Emotional detachment is that peace. It's the energy that whispers confidence instead of screaming insecurity. And here's the paradox. When you stop trying to hold on, people hold on tighter. When you stop proving, they start noticing. When you stop explaining, they start understanding. You've shifted from pursuit to presence. In moments of emotional chaos, when you want to text him first or explain your feelings again, breathe. That pause is where your power lives. Because detachment gives space for reflection, not reaction. When you practice it, your energy becomes intentional, your presence magnetic. Detachment is not silence from ego-wits, silence from strength. The feminine power, hidden in emotional detachment, lies in this truth. What you don't chase, you magnetize. What you stop obsessing over, flows to you. Men sense this instantly. When a woman radiates detachment, she's unpredictable, yet grounded. That unpredictability creates fascination. He starts wondering what you're thinking, what you're feeling, why you're calm, when most would panic. And that's when he realizes your emotional control is rare. It's powerful. It's addictive. But the real beauty of feminine detachment, ISNT, in how others react it, SN, how you transform. You stop operating from fear and start living from faith. You stop overgiving and start aligning. You stop performing and start being. That's the kind of energy that doesn't just attract people. It attracts opportunities, peace, and purpose. When you reach that state, love stops being a game of control. It becomes a mirror reflecting your emotional balance. So next time you feel triggered or tempted to react, pause and remember this truth. Your silence holds more power than any reaction ever could. Your calmness teaches people how to treat you. Your energy speaks louder than your words. Detachment is your protection, but it's also your magnet. It keeps you from losing yourself while allowing others to find you. And the best part, detachment makes you timeless. While others burn out from overchasing and overgiving, you remain radiant, collected, and peaceful. People start noticing that glow, the effortless confidence that comes from knowing you, Dan, T, need to fight for what S meant for you. That glow is your feminine signature. When you embody emotional detachment, you become unforgettable because you're no longer reacting, you're reflecting. You're no longer attached to outcomes, you're aligned with your energy. That energy creates attraction, curiosity, and respect. The world slows down around a woman who knows her worth. So, remember, the feminine power of emotional detachment isn't about being cold. It's about being calm. It's not about rejection. It's about reflection. It's not about silence from penutes. Silence from peace. And that peace is the most attractive energy you can ever radiate. If this message spoke to you, take a moment right now to like this video. Share it with someone who needs this reminder. And comment below. I choose peace over pressure. Your engagement helps this message reach more women stepping into their power. And Don T, forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because tomorrow's video will reveal how emotional detachment rewires his attraction at a subconscious level. Until then, protect your peace, trust your energy, and let your silence speak volumes. The real feminine power has never been about what you say. It's about what your energy says. When you stop trying to prove your worth, that's when you become magnetic. That's when your presence commands attention without asking for it. And that's when you finally understand the truth behind the feminine power of emotional detachment.